Hello and welcome to a Trundle gameplay commentary. Currently I am playing Trundle in the top lane. My runes are Lethal Tempo, Triumph, Alacrity, Coup de Grace, Celerity, and Nimbus Cloak. We're going to be following my actions during the game and showing you exactly how you can carry in Preseason. This is my standard start strategy. As you can see, it actually works really well against any top laner that you can beat in a level 1. With Trundle, it's especially potent because he can beat almost every top laner except for something like an Olaf or a Darius. You can beat them very easily level 1. So what I do is I walk around through the alcove to make sure that if they try to walk up through the lane that I still remain hidden. I stick hard against the wall to make sure that they're unable to see me, and I wait in this bush right here. This part of the video is going to be kind of boring to watch, so I'll explain some more things. Most of the time, almost always, I start with Doran's Blade for the extra health, Omnivamp, and attack damage. It's all very good stats for the early game, level 1. The only time I will start Doran's Shield is against a ranged matchup, of course, as that is generally tricky. If they face check, you go for a quick trade like this and walk it all the way back to tower, getting a huge advantage on him. He pulls me back, but it doesn't matter. He is forced to recall right here, or he's going to lose a bunch of stuff. I want to cancel his recall because I want him here so that I can fight him if I want to. The goal here, what I'm trying to do that I ultimately end up failing at because of his minion wave state, is to try and force the lane into a slow push towards me by making all the enemy minions target me at level 1. So my first goal here, since I have a huge health advantage off that level 1 trade, is to just keep him away from the minions. By keeping away from the minions, he still gets XP, but he loses all the gold from the beginning of from the first wave, and puts me in a really good place in the lane. Since I hit level 2 first, I try to pressure a trade and make sure that he knows that I'm able to win. To try and keep him again off the wave so that on this third wave, the cannon wave coming up here, I can force a crash. Hopefully. Anyways, that's the goal. You can see those quick forward and back movements made me able to dodge his skill shot, which is super important in this game. A lot of people try to dodge skill shots by going side to side. However, that is usually, and there are exceptions, that is usually not the best case scenario for trying to dodge stuff. I did get hit by it there, but I don't really care. My goal is just crash the wave. I don't really need to try and fight him at all. So now I'm taking what they call a cheater recall, which is where once you crash a good size wave, in this case the wave wasn't that big, but I had a cannon minion in there, so it was still okay. I crash that wave, and then I'm able to take a free recall because it's going to take him a little bit to slow push the wave back to tower, and I can get a recall off without losing any minions. As you can see, my Rengar is trying to cheese up in the top brush, so that's what I'm playing off of right now. Because once set overextends, this is my second step to winning lane in top lane. It's all about cheese methods, honestly. That's the best way of winning nowadays. So I bought a control ward to make sure that he didn't have any vision here. So I control ward this bush, and I wait for him to overextend. That way he thinks that I'm still walking back to lane, but in reality, I'm waiting around the corner. So I try to force a fight on him, and we ended up getting his flash with Rengar, which is beautiful. I dodge the true damage on his Q and keep trading. However, his minion wave is too big, so it's alright. I ping Rengar not to hit this, so that it keeps pushing into me and we get a chance for a repeat gank. However, I don't want to keep pressuring him because he has a health and level advantage at the moment. Once we get a level advantage, it will start to even out due to my item advantage as well. So I'm just trying to take the farm that he'll give me and get ready to pressure him once I level up. I know he's going to go for this cannon, but there's not much I can do about it. I can't really pressure when he has that big of a wave. Right now I'm doing just what they call receiving the wave. So I'm not trying to pressure him at all. I'm just trying to wait for the wave to come back into my tower so I can collect it. This is the main part of top lane, is offense, defense. So right now he's on offense because he has the wave to back him up. So I'm on defense, where I just kind of have to wait for the wave to come to me, and I can't really focus on trying to trade with him right now until I have the minion advantage again. I know he's recalling here, but to try and stop him would make me lose all this gold, so it's not worth it. And now we just last hit to set up a slow push against him. Once we set up a slow push, like I said, we'll be able to trade with our level and XP advantage. Since we slow push the first wave, we are going to hit level 6 first, allowing us to go for a level 6 all-in. Hopefully. This is another kind of boring part of the game, but also very important. Wave control is the most important factor in top lane, and that's really what allows you to destroy people in this game. So since I have the minion advantage, I am looking for some quick trades. He was able to CC me, so he won there, but it's alright because I have a lot more sustain than he does. I don't super want to get in a fight, only because he has an item advantage now as well, until I hit level 6. So now I can start pressuring him pretty hard. I'm just going to try to get my minions and not let him get any. That's the goal. You can see I walk up aggressively as soon as he does that. I'm trying to bait him into fighting me so that Rengar will come and help, but Rengar doesn't seem interested in trying to fight. Again, dodge the true damage. It still does a lot, but it's alright. We get another recall off here. I'm going to try to go get vision in the enemy jungle as well, except that I know that Wukong could be here, so I decide to back off. The Rengar was pinging me there because I forgot that hitting the ward would reveal him on the map, which is really unfortunate for him, and I did say that I was sorry, so that's just a little situation that unfolded there. Anyways, we're going to sell our Doran's Blade because getting an early Ravenous Hydra is the most important factor to our success here. So an early Ravenous Hydra would allow us to stack up that AD and Omnivamp, which are both very, very impactful for Trundle. As a melee duelist, he gets a lot of auto attacks off, and the healing is massive on him. So that is why I opt for a Ravenous Rush, especially with how powerful it is right now in Preseason. You can see Wukong wrapping around trying to go for a little cheese here. I'm not going to tell you what happens. I'm going to let it play out here. Again, we're on defense since he has the wave pushing, so we're going to take whatever minions he'll give us and just kind of let it out there. We got a bad trade on that, but we have so much sustain that it's fine. I know that Wukong was here because I saw a glimpse of him in the bush, so I just decide to stand very far back and not let myself get potentially comboed by a Wukong ult and set ult. It just seems like a bad scenario. So we're clearing out this wave. This makes it also very easy to get lane prio if you rush an early Titanic, because now I just cleared that wave almost instantly and allowed myself full control of the lane again. He is a set and he does have Vampiric, so I kind of have to be careful here. But I'm still looking to pressure if he'll let me, because I'm still win a full-on all-in. I know I didn't dodge the true damage there, but I'm going to tell you right now, it really doesn't matter, because lethal tempo is better than his Conqueror in this case, because he doesn't have enough abilities to make Conqueror useful. Honestly, I've never been a fan of Conqueror on set. Now I get to hard shove, and I'm going to show you exactly how powerful Trundle is at taking towers. It is not fair. Look at that bite damage. It's just not fair. I get 2 full plates here, and the wave is still here. So what I decide to do, since I got so many plates, and I know this is not a cannon wave, I can use my Titanic and clear out another wave to deny him more XP. And then I was going to take a recall right here, but then I caught a glimpse of him walking the lane, and I figured that he would try to stop me. So I blast cone over the wall, and then take my recall over here. Obviously, at the time, I was not aware there was a ward there. We're recalling, and we're going to buy more components towards our Ravenous. I was able to get double longsword, boots, and Vampiric Scepter, so that'll increase my dueling power exceptionally. And the boots are also better because we're running Celerity. By the way, I didn't mention it, but I run Celerity and Nimbus Cloak as a secondary because Nimbus Cloak allows you to get an extra movement speed boost on your Ghost and makes Ghost more effective. I don't take Flash as Trundle top lane, only because I really don't need it. There's almost never a scenario where you need to like try and hop a wall or anything as Trundle. You're almost always just using the movement speed from your W to just taunting him a little bit there. Using the movement speed from your W to run people down. That's the main goal of Trundle, and so that's why I think Celerity is so good on him. So that's trying to go for a trade here, so I'm going to go for some health trade back and then try to get out of here. Unfortunately, he does hit me with the true damage there, but with my Vampiric Scepter and my passive healing, it's really not an issue. You can see the scoreboard, my bot and mid are doing good, but I'm especially dominating in top lane. And I see Wukong on this buff, so I know that I can go and pressure him. I don't hit the vision plant in hopes that he doesn't know I'm here. I walk over for the Wukong, but then I realize my Ahri's dead, so there's not really any point in staying. I don't really want to try to fight Wukong one-on-one in the jungle, because I don't know where any of the rest of the team is comparatively. Or not that I don't know where they are, I know that Set's in top lane and he can rotate over pretty easily if Wukong's able to kite away. So again, we're playing on defense, just letting Set push in this wave so we can collect it, and then we get ourselves back on offense. Make sure to use your auto attack reset to get these minions, really important on Trundle. Like honestly guys, right now, Trundle is one of the best champions in the game. He has over 54% win rate in jungle. I'm not sure what his top win rate is right now, but I honestly think that top is his stronger role out of the two, just because of the amount of cheese opportunities you can get. And with Titanic, like look at how fast I just cleared that wave. Set can't even get back, and I get multiple tower plates. Or I get at least one tower plate. No, I do. Oh no, not quite. I backed off because he can CC me under tower, so I wasn't gonna mess with that. But he's just such a powerful pick because, like I said, unless they're an Olaf or a Darius, those are the only two I found. You win so hard level 1 that you can just take lethal tempo and you just run at them, and you win like so easy. As long as you just bush camp, it gives you free gold at the beginning of the game to get to your Ravenous spike. And I'm going to show you, I don't know if I build it this game, but Ravenous has incredible synergy with the new Spear of Sojin. It is absolutely crazy. Because the new Spear of Sojin gives you extra ability haste on your basic abilities, which includes Trundle's W and Q and E, which are all really impactful abilities for his fighting. It gives you extra cooldown reduction on those based off of your attack damage. So not only do you get the base attack damage from Ravenous, but you get the extra attack damage that you're stacking up. So it just gives you so much ability haste that you can utilize, and you can just spam Q. Your W will literally have a lower cooldown than it lasts. Like it'll last for longer than the cooldown is. I ult Set here, but I'm kind of just done for. If I hadn't attacked the Wukong clone, I would have killed him, which is just annoying for me. But it's alright. I didn't expect Wukong to be here with the bottom fight that was going on. I expected that he would be there to back up his bot lane since mine was shoving up so far. So I didn't think that he would be here. But anyways, we get a Ravenous, we get our plated steel caps because both the top and jungle are attack damage. So we're going to get a lot of value out of that. Additionally, Draven, even though he's 0-3, is a Draven, so it's always good to be able to have some defense against that. This is another reason why it's good. You see, I get Nimbus Cloak, so I get extra movement speed after I teleport in. So if I teleport in on a fight or anything, I can get extra move speed and just chase people down. Like I said, Trundle's specialty. Anyways, I'm going to hard shove here because I know the dragon's spawning and I have to get top prio, so that my team can hopefully have a numbers advantage fight there. This is top lane macro 101. If they're fighting bot and you're a split push capable champion, as Trundle very much is, then you have to try and push out top or mid before you go to the dragon fight, or instead of going to the dragon fight. That's the number one macro rule, so that your team can hopefully get a numbers advantage if they send multiple people for you. As you can see here, they're sending 3 people for me right now. I didn't know this at the time, but I did know that there was... I didn't know that they were coming from me, because they all went missing mid. And I knew that they would probably all be here, since I was hitting their tower. Now, look at that. My team gets full vision control of Dragon, and has the ability to start it, while everyone else is on top side trying to look for me. This is why this strategy is so powerful. And guess what? The alternate reality. What if they didn't come try to stop me? I just take that tier 2 tower, get an extra 600 gold for myself, and then literally just win the game. And if they continue to try to contest dragon, I just keep pushing and go for inhib. It's a super, super powerful strategy. He trades with me a little bit here. I push him off. If he wants to fight me, then he's done for. I realize that they're going to be here, so I want to back off. I got sets, ultimate, and W, which are really big cooldowns. My Rengar might be trying to fight this. I'm a little weary. But I clear out the ward, look for maybe for the fight, but I don't have ultimate, so I'm a little weary too. Clear extra minions, and we're going to look for a recall. Rift Herald's up, and I'm planning on heading to that. I just want another item spike if I can get it first. What I'm hoping for here is a Bork. Bork is just an incredibly good item on Trundle. The attack speed allows you to stack your lethal tempo faster. You get lifesteal that allows your sustain and omnivant to be more effective. And you get percent max health damage, which helps you deal with tankier opponents. And as well as squishies, honestly, because you get also movement speed from the passive, so it just helps you run people down even better. I end up prioing bot just because the Rift Herald is up, because generally as a split push champion, you want to be on the opposite side of the map as the major objective. But in this case, it turned out to be a kind of fiesta in mid lane here. So I'm glad I was here to influence this, dodge the Nami ult, and we're able to take down this tower. Lilia gets a really good stun. I accidentally attacked the Wukong clone for a little bit too long, but it's fine. And now we get free access into mid lane with 4 of them dead. As you can see, my celerity is doing a lot of work for me here. Lethal tempo, I have 33 seconds fully stacked, which is not bad at all, especially for 17 minutes in the game. My Caitlyn's doing really well, which is very helpful. However, it was my macro decisions that allowed us to get that second dragon, I will say. So don't discredit yourself as a top laner. Here, I'm out of mana, so I want to go back before we try to fight this. Caitlyn places some traps for me, thankfully. And we are able to get a pickaxe going into our Bork, so more dueling damage, which is super valuable for Trundle. We're going to head straight to the Rift Herald, just because we want to make sure we get Team Prio on these. I know they're starting it, but I don't want any weird shenanigans where Wukong comes and steals it. A little bit of weird pathing error there. I was holding down right click, so it kept glitching out, but not that big of a deal. My team's on that, and I know that the next major objective will be Dragon, so I'm heading to top lane to start pressuring that side of the map and getting people to move so my team can make plays. Again, insta clear because of Titanic. Because of Tiamat. It's literally not fair. Like just watch. And this is a cannon wave, mind you. With the extra damage on pickaxe, literally it's gone in like a few hits. So much so that I'm like waiting, trying to wait for the wave to actually be able to do anything. Rakan's here to back me up, so I'm just kind of chilling. I forgot that Lilia could eat all the way down, but it's no big deal. Rakan's going in from behind, Ahri's here, so we're just looking to fight this Lilia. Beautiful. Easy kill. Set hops in. Kind of a fiesta fight. I couldn't really do much because I was CC'd. Unfortunate, but part of the game. I get my Bork now, though. My Ravenous stacks dropped to 20, but we can stack that up very easily. Again, Dragon spawning up soon, so when we get back up, the goal will be to pressure top lane, or just join the drag fight if I'm too late to actually make pressure in top lane. General rule is, whatever side the major objective's on, we want to be on the opposite side shoving waves. That way, enemies will come for us instead of coming to our teammates for Dragon, leading them to a higher chance of success. We're up in 1 second, and we're heading towards the top side of the map. trying to pressure off the Drake. I ping that my teleport is up so my teammates know that if they're fighting on Dragon, I can be there to help.
You're in my kingdom now.
I see some action going on down there, but I mean, you don't see it in the replay, but I moved my camera and I saw that they were winning that fight handily, so I was not worried and I continued pressuring the top lane. The best way to force your opponent to make mistakes in this game is to give them choices to make. If you give them one choice, which is to go fight Dragon, and you join there, then that's all they're going to do, and that's an easy choice, because that's the only option, right? But if you give them the choice between coming top to try and stop you, or going to the Drake, you often will force your enemies to split up, which is the worst case scenario for them. Best case scenario for you. That allows you to just get a lot more leads and honestly carry the game single-handedly. You just gotta force your opponents into bad situations. Here I see that everyone, literally like everyone, is bot lane. So I just hard shove top and try to get as much off of this as I can. I'm going for inhib because if I get an inhib right now, it would be super beneficial towards getting that Baron. I kite set out a little bit. I just want to finish it. Generally, it's not good to just like int for objectives like this. However, this inhib, the double inhib to keep them in base, it will literally single-handedly allow us to just go ahead and take this Baron. So in this case, I didn't have a bounty, I didn't have much to lose, I can easily stack back up my Ravenous, it allows me to get more items with extra gold, so I think that it was overall worth it to sacrifice my life in order to get this Baron in just a little bit. Again, ping my teleport so they know that I can be there, trying to get them to start it right away. As you can see, I bought Phage and Ruby Crystal. I'm going into Hullbreaker. As you can see, there is no Mythic coming very soon in this build. Trundle is one of few champions that just does really well with a lot of legendary items, that there's almost no point in building a Mythic unless you absolutely need it. Some cases I can think of, if they're like a full CC enemy team, you're probably going to want like a Frostfire. Like to get that extra Mythic passive Tenacity, you're probably going to need it. If they are all ranged or very kiting champs, you're probably going to want an early Trinity Force so that you can rush them down. Now, I mean, you can still go Bork first item. I would definitely recommend that. You can still go Ravenous, but then maybe like third item you can slot in your Mythic. Another good thing about this is that the legendary items are really not that expensive, so it allows you to get like 2 or 3 items, and other people will just be like on their expensive Mythic. And it works really well. I just run down Lilia here, not much she can do. And instead of focusing on that, since they're all just fighting, I know it's just a Draven here. Draven really can't do much to me. We're speeding away. I'm not liking this since it's just Ahri left alive, so I was trying to get out. But since they're focusing on her, I re-engage a little bit here. This is the kind of playstyle that'll get you really far. We're not playing too dangerous. We're trying to just take what they'll give us. And wait for our team to be able to pressure them fully. Triple inhib here, it would be huge, so I ping my team to try and help me get it. Kiting out the set once again, and getting him blown up by Ahri. Since they're all back up, but Rengar's here, we are able to do some stuff. Now we're just trying to pressure an end. We're waiting for a good engage on the fight. This Drowsy is really bad for us. I know we're going to lose Rengar, so it's best to just get out of here. We might as well just start prepping for the next objective. On our recall, we are able to buy our Sterex. So normally I would go Phage into Hullbreaker. However, this game I seem to be doing a lot of grouping with my team, and I really am not like trying to play by myself too much, especially since they're all base ridden. There's no reason to be alone when we can just 5-man group and take them out. So Sterex is another very good option if you're going Spear of Soshin, because it gives you extra base 8 attack damage as a passive. 50% of your basic attack damage you gain as bonus attack damage. Bonus attack damage is what affects the Spear of Sojin passive. So those items right there are very, very good together. If you go Ravenous, Sterix, and Spear of Sojin, you will have so much ability haste, it's not even funny. Set's here, but he just dies pretty quick. Not much to do about that. We're trying to pressure an N tier. I wanted to take the Raptors and focus on Drake, but then I realized that we got a huge pick. So it's better to just pressure with our Baron lead. I wish the rest of our team was here, but we're going to try to do it ourselves. I know that a lot of them are just tops, so it's going to take them a hot second to get here. Caitlyn ults the wrong Wukong, which is annoying. Basically what I was doing there, by trying to get up and out, I was trying to just pressure out abilities like that Nami ult. That was massive. So if I just get the Nami ult out of there, it makes this fight so much easier. Again, don't know why Rengar's on Drake. If he was here and was able to one-shot the Draven or something, we would literally have already won the game by now. But it's alright, you can't control what your teammates are doing. So we're just going to fight the Nexus. We don't even have to worry about this. Like, Draven's the only one hitting me. So I just, like, wall him off and then just wrap around and still try to go for the Nexus. And that, my friends, is how you carry in top lane. Literally, it's so easy if you just use wave control and the strategy you've seen in this video. If you're a split pushing champ, this is a perfect video to learn from for macro. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you want me to do more in-game commentaries. I wasn't super thrilled about it, but I figured I would try it and see if anyone prefers that to just watching the gameplay. So be sure to let me know in the comments. Thank you.